for next session on the topic Office Management and Practice Development Strategy for Young Chartered Accountants. We have with us CA D S Vivek to present on the topic. I now request CA D S Vivek, Managing Director, member, to kindly escort him on to the desk. I also request CA D S Vivek to kindly welcome our speaker by presenting his oral book with a round of applause. Thank you, sir. To briefly introduce, Mr. D S Vivek is a commerce graduate from Bangalore University and fellow member of ICAI, also completed exams of Diploma in Tax Management of ICAI. For past 15 years, his partner in Mrs. Suresh & Co. Chartered Accountant firm, which is in practice for past 46 years. His area of specialization are domestic and international tax structuring and corporate business consultancy. For this brief introduction, we welcome you once again for today's seminar, sir. Over to you.
Happy afternoon to all of you. Okay, I don't get any response, is it? Not happy? Okay, again let's try out. Happy afternoon. Okay, that's much better. Right? Because if we are not happy, I don't think there's nothing more in life than being happy. That's the first thing that has to be there. After that, everything else, income tax, GST, accounts, audit are all secondary. First is to be happy in life. And the whole thing about what I'm going to talk about today is about office management and practice development. Which, the reason why you need to know this is so that we can be happy professionals. That's the whole objective. That's where it is. You know? So, first of all, let me thank the ICAI Delhi and this committee for Young Chartered Accountants for organizing this program and making very interesting topics that have been there. So I'm happy to be part of that and thank them really for that. And also notice that what I was asking them is for Young Chartered Accountants, and I see, then I came to understand that a lot of the age group is right from young to the old was here. So then I understood, young is not by age, it's actually by heart. You know, if you are young by heart, you have that earning to come and learn, then that is what you are young. It's only in young life that you want to learn something and more, right? I recently we got a partner who is 63 years old and now he wrote PhD. I told him, that's great. At 63, you want to write your PhD and get a doctorate? That's great. That's called young. You know, so it is. So coming to this, talking about office management and practice development. Before getting into that, let me first talk about our practice. Just last week, my daughter Arshita was asking me, what are the benefits of your job? Is what she asked me. She had an assignment at school. So she asked me, what are the benefits of your job? And then I said, okay, I just thought for a moment and I said that, I started off with saying that, okay, I have, in my job, I have an opportunity to be a leader to people. Immediately she said, no, I'm not expecting those things. And I said, what do you think according to what you have learned on the benefits of the job? So she said, okay, you should have job security. And I thought myself, okay, job security. Does my job provide me job security in practice? Oh, absolutely no. Every day I'm looking out for the next day and I do not know which client is going to continue, which client is not going to continue, who is the new client going to come in. So where's the job security? Today I might have an office with 120 people and if there are no clients from tomorrow, what job security do I have? I said, no. Then she said the next day, I said, okay, I don't have job security, but something else is there. I said, okay, do you have fixed time work? Which chartered accountant has fixed time work? I think we work right when this, even before the sun rises, we would have awake and then started working. And right so late after the sunset also, we're all working there. So we don't even have time. She said, is there assured payments for you? Oh, I said, assured payments? No, because my data always runs into crores of rupees and we never know when we are going to get paid. We keep on working, but whether they're going to pay or no, we do not know. And every month end, we need to balance our funds to pay out our expenses. That's not there. So these were the things that is being thought about in schools as to what is a good job. And then I said, any of those things, I don't fit in. But if you look at what I put in there, these are the benefits of a profession being in practice. And I'm telling you, these are much, much larger than those, all those minute things about getting salary on time, working in time, getting that independence if when you're working and all that. But practice gives me much, much more. It makes me a leader. I can lead people. If I have a 5-member team, I can lead that 5-member team. If I have a 100-member team, I can lead that 100. Apart from that, multiple clients on whom I can impress upon them about my thought leadership. That is what I can do for them, right? That I can be a leader. If I'm standing here and talking to you about it, I'm putting my thoughts into your mind. So that's a leadership role that I play around that. So that opportunity, that is what I have that. And I have opportunity to create wealth. Not just for creating wealth for myself, that anyway will happen, that will happen. I have the ability to create wealth for so many of my clients, my customers, my employees. I'm able to create that. So that's much more than what I can call for. I can create employment. Even creating one employment today is considered something great because you're taking care of one family. If 10 families if you're taking care of, that's something great. My grandfather made my father a chartered accountant and who asked him to get into practice, saying that at least you should take care of 10 families. So that's the whole source for us about our firm's relation company. The basis is that today we take care of around 120 families. So isn't that great? And if it is maybe 10, 20, 100, 500, that's what we have the ability to do it. Who else will have that ability? And apart from that, not only we creating that, we have that opportunity to train articles. All the chartered accountants sitting here, you know that where your base is from. You learn from your principal. The principal taught you so many things today with which you are able to live your life. So I feel happy that we contribute every year by year, we keep on contributing great professionals to that. And if we can mold them in the right way, India has got a great future. We just don't even have to talk to them about, training them only about the taxation or accounting. You can just tell them how the values they need to live in their life, what culture they need to follow, what ethics they need to follow. If we can inculcate in those young people, won't the country be great with having great professionals? That is what the benefits we get from that. And end of the day, we get huge, huge, huge respect in this society. Talk anywhere you go and talk, that tell them that you're a chartered accountant. You know it, that what kind of respect that you get. So that is what this practice is giving me all about. So now what I'm going to talk about for the next 1 hour or so is on office management and practice development. Why do you require this knowledge? Is it not sufficient that I know about income tax, I know about certain accounting standards, I know about audit standards, indirect taxes? Is that not sufficient, or should I know about office management and practice development? All the subject what we are learning, it goes for the benefit of whom? It goes for the benefit of your client. We don't get any benefit. But what about taking care of ourselves? How do we mold ourselves? That I think is much more critical. Unfortunately, when I did a survey amongst people who want to go attend technical sessions or sessions like this, most of them wanted to attend sessions on subject rather than on sessions like this or the soft skill sessions. Because they don't understand, they always feel that if I got more and more knowledge, then with that I can earn a living, I can create a life for myself. But let me tell you that whatever knowledge we have, if I do not know, if I do not build up a client base, or if I do not know how to deliver it to my client, all this knowledge is just of no use. I need to know how to develop my office, how to manage my office, how to build up my practice. Unless we know this, this is use. Both are required. Both the hands are required to create a great profession. So that is what the whole thing is required. And without knowing this, we can score on a 100-mark paper in life or practice, in our practice. Every chartered accountant can score between 40 to 50 in practice. I am not here to talk to you about how to get this 40 to 50, because all of us, being a chartered accountant, we can get 40-50 marks in our life of practice. Whole thing is, can we reach 95, 100, 105? Can we reach there? If we have to reach there, then each of us seriously, very seriously, need to work upon how do we manage our office and how do we develop our practices. That is what this whole thing is about. Office management. What do you mean by office management? Can I hear a few things? What do you mean by office management? Anybody? Why so silent? Do you want to talk when this only one person should talk here? That's what the whole rule or something like that is made there. What is office management? Okay, you don't want to answer. Let me tell you, office management is nothing but managing resources that you have. It is managing the resources that you have. So you can only manage only if you have resources with you. If you do not have resources, what will you manage? And a lot of young say, I don't have much resources to manage. I don't have many employees. I don't have much of funds to manage. What do I manage? No, you do have it. It's not the quantum of the resource that's available. Whatever may be the quantum of resource available, suppose in financial terms, it did not be 1 crore to manage. Even if you have a 10,000 rupees, how do you manage that 10,000 rupees is management of resources. So, the whole resources, what I actually put in the resources is talking about how do you shift your focus on your resources, and the word shift itself will give me what my resources are in my practice. I think these are the 4 SHFT, which is SH, which is integrated with FT. These are the 4 resources. If you can manage them, then nothing. S is space or your assets. I called it the same. H, the most important feature is human resource, and this human resource is not just your team, it's including you as a human resource, and your finance and your time. So these 4 resources has to be utilized, and then if you can manage these 4 resources, you can be great at your office management. So how do you do this management of these 4 resources? Very simple. Actually, I've just got one slide to talk about how you can manage all these resources. If you just know this one slide, that is sufficient, nothing else. What all I'm going to talk about 45 minutes is all just because they have given me a slot of 45 minutes or 1 hour, that's it. But this is just one slide, that is what it is. Okay? Space. Space goes like this. A place for everything and everything in its place. You have to understand this. Let me talk about it out in detail. A person for everything and everything for that person. Funds for everything and everything within that fund. Time for everything and everything in its time. So just remember this slide, which I'm going to explain to you over the next 45 minutes, but this is the crux of it. If you know this, if you forget about everything, but if you just know this, for everything, where it is. If you know this, I think our life is done. It need not be just office management. The same principles applies for life management also. So space management. You know, space management is nothing but the infrastructure, what we have, the place, what we have, etc. And today, place is not just the real estate place. Today, a lot of things are in the virtual. The virtual space also is management. So what it talks about is place for everything and everything in its place. What does it mean? See, our whole life gets cluttered if we don't respect this line about place for everything and everything in its place. Let me take some few examples from our personal life. Morning when you want to go to your office, just try to replay back yesterday or today morning when you started leaving here. What all confusion you went through? You wanted to come to your car or your bike, but you didn't find the keys. You didn't know where you had kept it. You wanted your mobile, you didn't know, so you had to give a missed call and to get that. Your wallet was lying somewhere. You don't know, because yesterday when you came, you just thrown off everything at one place and you really did not remember where you had thrown what, and you directly went and started watching the TV. So you didn't know what had happened, right? So it was in the match yesterday, so you forgot where you kept what. Or you look at your office. Client comes and tells you that 1 year back, I gave you this document, which is a very important document, originals of my property deed, I gave it to you. Now I want to sell the property, can you give it to me? You have taken it for what purpose? Just wanted to know whether the stamp duty has been accounted properly or not. For that you have taken that original and you have kept it somewhere. Next 1 week, you're going to make your entire office search for that. Whole thing you're going to search for it, find out no. The client comes that time and you say, no, sorry, I really do not know where I kept it, it's so important. And then while just telling him that, you put the drawer below you and you find that glaring at you that it is there. That's what happens. So much of time, resources wasted, but no. So that's important. What is important is that anything in what you want in life, for everything you should have a place where you have to keep that. It's a file, if it's a client document, where it should go, it should be. In your office, there should be a space where you keep client files, where you keep your personal files, where you keep the firm files. You need to have that. Even if you take a virtual, your server or a cloud base, there should be a very folder-wise mechanism to be there. You just can't keep on creating file after file and just keep on putting everything. Some people desktop you should see. Oh my God. You can't even make out one file after the other, one file after the other, which is gone, where it is, you do not know. What icon is for what, you really do not know. There's a methodology. If you keep it there, then you can retrieve it. For everything, so it should have a place. And once you have designed that folder system, whatever it is, please ensure, a lot of people do that. I used to do this. I used to learn all this, and you said, okay, go to the office and then say, okay, this is how my folder system should be there, this is what it should be there, everything I create places in my home, I create, okay, this is where my key is going to go, this is my wallet is going to go. All that we create that place. But important thing is whether I keep that in that place. If I don't do that, it's a waste. I might have a beautiful system, but if I don't implement it, it's a waste. So it's very important, even at office, have a proper place for everything and ensure that that goes into that place. Especially your folders, that has to go there. And important today is your virtual. Today everything can be kept at cloud. Why do you require file after file after file? We plan to go a paperless office. When somebody used to talk to me a paperless office, I used to wonder, how is it possible? Because in my office, the moment I enter, I see files after files after files. How do I do it paperless? Now recently we created one new office, we put that, and there I told them, at least this office I want it to be paperless. From now on it has to be paperless. And it is possible because everything can be scanned and put it at a cloud-based server. As long as I know how to retrieve it, it is all orderly managed and put it in the right folders. Client name, in the client name, the years, in the year, whether it's a statutory audit or a tax audit or a tax return or a VAT audit, it has to go there. Under there, if it is a bank reconciliation, under the head bank reconciliation, the bank reconciliation document can be put in. So it's all possible. It's only thing that one has to spend a system. It's a one-time job of creating a historical list of itemized list and then putting the documents there. It's possible. There are technology today where you can save that. I'm just going to show you a few screenshots later in the presentation. There are technologies that are available through which you can put your whole thing and then forget about it. Later on when you want, you can just, in fact, the technology is so good today that most of times I know that whenever my clients had to go for visa application, they come and ask me, sir, give me last 3 years tax returns. And my job was to take printouts of that, everything and give it to them. It's a waste of time. Today I can tell them that log in, you have a login ID, password, log in, go to the respective year and you take printout from the cloud of your tax returns. Whatever you want, you can take print of it. So that is possible. So space management is very important. That has to be looked at. And as and when the space management, the virtual space management that is there, which is available in the cloud or in the server, which is available, it's very important that you also need to ensure that you have the proper data access security for that. Don't leave it open. Just ensure that the right person will access the write files, he has got access only to that. If a person in the audit division is there, he has to access only the audit division files, not the tax division files. If a person is assigned to a particular client, he should assign only that particular file and not other file. Today, clients are talking about what is the type of security that you have. And if they feel that there is no security, their confidence level in you is shaken up. So ensure that the right data access things are there, and also ensure that right backups can happen. Because if you have everything in your server, anything can happen to a server. Your entire data is there, your years of hard work is there on that. Couple, it can just go, the hard disk can just crash. Anything can happen. What do? You should have a backup. There are systems for that. There are remote backups can be done. Every day at a particular point of time you can schedule a backup. It will go on and get backed up at some data center, it gets backed up. And whenever it gets backed up, we should know that it's not just backing up, it should be ease of retrieval. Whenever something happens, unfortunately event happens, you should be able to retrieve it. So have a space management which can also look into virtually the data should be there and it can be backed up, and whenever you want it can retrieve it. And today infrastructure is so expensive. If I want to have a 10-member team and at least I need space for the 10-member team, is that what is required? Or I can give them options of work from home. I can give options for. We have a lot of chartered accountants, especially ladies, working in an office, who work from home. They just don't come to office. Whenever required, they come to office. So that much of real estate place we have saved. What does it require? It just requires the internet connection, something called a virtual protocol network. They log into our server. They log into our servers and then work upon it, and they can give print at our office. From there, they can give print to our office and just tell the office boy, go give it to so and so person, and it can be done. This possibility is there. So have the options of work from home to various people. And it's not only work from home will be reducing infrastructure, you can also have access to your office 24/7 the entire year. You can have it. Because today you work with your laptop or your, not even laptop, today everything is now into this, just your small 5-inch phone. With that you control the entire office, the entire work can be done. What it is. And important is when in office, whenever we have an office infrastructure, what is important is, for me, my office is my temple. It's a place of worship for me, not my puja room. My office, that's a place where I have been getting everything for me. So that place should be sparkling clean for everybody. Because you're going to spend what? The majority portion of your time you're going to spend at your office. Once you go home, you see some TV, you have food, and then you want to sleep for 8 hours, 10 hours. So majority of work, what you spend is in the office. So keep that place clean, sparkling clean. So not only for you, it gives a good environment for you to work, and when people come in, they see a good clean office, they feel it's quite a lot of energy is there, and that itself will attract people to your office. So that's also very important. Apart from that, for a lot of people who want to just start off, I didn't have an option at those point of time, but today a lot of co-working spaces are available. You don't even actually really go and take an office on lease in the central business area. You can just go. You can go. How do you feel that you can have an office? How many of you would want to have an office in UB City? How many of you want to have an office in UB City? Okay, only 2 of you. Okay. How much are you willing to pay for an office in UB City? You are practicing? How much would you be willing to pay for an office in UB City? 50,000. 50,000 per month. Okay. And then you need to give me another 10,000 because I can get you an office space at 10,000 rupees at UB City. And you pay me another 10,000, so you will still save 30,000. Because that is there. The legal business center is there at UB City, where you just pay not even 10,000 rupees, something less than that may be there. And if you have an office at UB City, you can call a client and tell him, you come to UB City office. Just look at it. Call a client, where do you work? Where's your office? UB City. The perception changes. And what do you spend? 10,000 rupees per month for one person. You can just add on and then do that. So use those co-working spaces like co-works, Weavers, beehives. Quite a lot of that. The printers are there. You don't have to be bothered about internet working, not working at your office. We've got 2 internet at our office. One internet doesn't work, the other internet also will not be working. So that's how it happens. But if you work in a co-working space, entire infrastructure, administrative, everything is taken care of. And in the secretary at a point of time, I just call up Someone secretary will going to come take the notes and then give the minutes, everything just happens, sir. So you start using those things. You don't have to really go and invest on anything on that. And when it comes to your hardware and software, you don't even actually have to go and purchase it today. You've got Microsoft Office 365, you just pay on a monthly basis. You've taken a temporary person for another 6 months, you just take a subscription for 6 months. That is good enough instead of buying the whole license of Microsoft Office. But yes, very important. Please use licensed versions of MS Office and everything. Let us not get into using this unlicensed versions of Windows, Office and all. Just life is just not worth about it. Let them make money. We are making money, a lot of money from them. They are also paid for it. Whatever we pay, only then we get the results of it. So I strictly believe in anti-piracy. So co-working space, even rentals, your furniture can be taken on rentals. Beautiful furniture. Why have one type of a chair and sit on it for ages together? Every 6 months I can have a different leather chair and use it. I just go, there are so many Rent Mojo, so many websites are there, I just go, I can change the entire interiors of my office every 6 months. That's possible today. So make use of that till the time you want to really go and invest in a secure office space, everything. But otherwise, rentals are available. Make use of that. So that's on space management. So next is the most important stuff, that is the human resource management. This is key for any organization. The biggest asset in the service industry is your people, your team. So this is what I talk about, a person for everything and everything for that person. It's really important that you should have a person for everything at office. Every function should have a person. When most of us start off our practice, we do everything. We open the office, close the office. If coffee is required, we run down, get coffee and give to our client. If the accounting work comes, you take from the bank statement, you enter that entirely. Then you prepare the computation, you file the tax return, you file the ETDS returns, prepare it, file it. You are a chartered accountant. You become a chartered accountant. You are not an accountant, right? There's a difference, right, between an accountant and a chartered accountant. Why do you want to do the job of an accountant? You raise the bill, you send the bill to the client, you call up the client, ask him for the payment, everything you are doing. The reason when if I ask people, why don't you hire people for that? They say, no, it costs me money. Now, tell me, you are a chartered accountant. What would be your time cost and what would be the time cost of even if you appoint the BCom person, it's around 15,000 rupees, you get a good BCom person who can do most of this job. And your thing, as a starting chartered accountant, even as a starting accountant, is roughly around 60,000 per month. Is your salary what you have to expect. So this person, for 60,000 person, you are using for a job which has to be done by 15,000. No. And not even, you don't require a full-time person also. Today there are a lot of freelancers. If you want billing to be done, you appoint a person who works remotely. A lady would be there who works only 1 hour a day from home, taking care of her child. She can do billing for you. You want accounting? Upload everything, somebody else can do the accounting somewhere else. We have a lot of our accounting, entire accounting stuff of our clients, we get it done from Mysore. There's a team at Mysore, we just upload it, they do the accounting, send across, we get the suspense account and then we call up the client and tell them this suspense account what is required, they will pass it on to Mysore and then do that. You don't require a huge team. So you need a person for everything, that's all. You don't have to have them as a full-time employee. Accounting, everything can be outsourced to right people do that. And once you have those people, next important thing is do everything for that person. If you have a team member, that team member has come and joined you saying that I give my responsibility of taking care of me to you. Whatever salary you are giving me, I have to run my entire household, I have to send my kids to school, I have to take care of my parents with the salary what you are going to give it to me. That is why that person has come and started working with you. So do everything for him. It's okay even if you don't get anything, if you don't have sufficient profit for yourself, no problem. But ensure that he is taken care well. your team is taken care well, it may be at our own cost, because once we are chosen to be in practice, if we are chosen, that person has not chosen to be in practice, right? The risk of practice we are taking in, not that person. Ensure that we take care of the team, everything. Ensure the happiness of the team, give everything, and then I'm sure that person will be loyal enough with you and he's going to take care of it. I always tell like this. If my employee is able to buy an I-20 car, will I be able to take something, a nano? I will also be able to afford a better than that, right? If my employee is having his house grow pravesham, is it far away then that I will not be having my house grow pravesham? It's possible, right? When I am creating so much for the others, it will definitely come to me. So just look at it. Just think about what you can make. The target is like this. I have a target. These are the targets. Instead of having revenue targets, I do 10 crores, 20 crores. We have targets. How many of our employees next year are going to own a car? How many of them in the next 5 years can build a house? These are the targets that we need to have. If we have these kind of targets, then I'm sure your team will grow along with you, and once they are there, your office is taken care of. And once you have a team, it's not just important having number of people in your team. What is important is, once you have people, you need to ensure the productivity of those people. We fail there a lot. I go out and tell people that I've got 120 people in a row, but I know the truth is that having 120 people, my productivity is low. I know the truth because I'm not able to manage the productivity of those people. I'm still learning. We are learning. We are making our managers learn how to look into the productivity of those people. But what is productivity? If I take my total revenue and divide it by the number of technical persons working there, you get the revenue per person. That should keep on growing. Sometimes I feel that what should it be there? Is it at least 1,000 rupees per hour? Should we say 1,000 rupees per hour, or how should be our earnings for that? Because today, if I call up on a lot of websites are there when I can get a carpenter or a plumber and all, they come and charge per hour 300 rupees for a carpenter or plumber. Being a chartered accountant firm, having now chartered accountant and BCom guys, should we not expect at least 1,000 rupees per hour? Minimum I'm talking about. At the higher end it can go to 5,000 rupees, 7,500 rupees, but it should be minimum 1,000 rupees per hour. So you need to see that whether they are reaching level. I'm not talking about the hours that you work upon it, you have to reach that. How is it possible? Very much possible by doing better planning. Most of the times we don't reach that level because we spend too much time because we don't plan well. We start doing something and 70% of the work we have done, then we realize whatever work we have done is a waste, we are not going in the right direction. Again I do the 70%, then complete 30%. Instead of that, plan it well, visualize the work. I always tell them, visualize the end of the assignment, what all is required, plot that and then start working on it. You better plan, train your people well. Whenever you get a work, just don't give it to an article and say that you work on this tax competition, you do it. You sit down with him, half an hour, tell him this is the background of this person, this is what you need to do, this is what has to be done, and then not only do that, do an interim review after the day and see what all he has done is correct. Instead of that, after 10 days you go and see what work he has done, 10 days he has spent time and it's all bakwas. Again you will start from scratch. So do interim reviews. It's important. Spending time with your people is very, very important. Having people are very important. Spending time doing training them, reviewing them, proper briefing to them, that's the key. If these are followed, then the productivity goes up. And then use technology. Being in Bangalore or whatever it is, people say that we use technology. I think chartered accountants just don't use technology. I'm not talking about using Skype, WhatsApp, so many apps that we are using today. That is not technology that is really required. You know, manufacturing company, what do you mean by technology? They are replacing a human person with a robotic to do the work. Have we done that? For accounting, we still need 10 to 20 accountants we require. So Madhukar sir was saying that we may require for GST filing, I may require 100 of BCom guys to do the GST filing. Is that how I need to look at it? Yes, I can create employment opportunity, but The technology, what we need to think about it, this generation, we need to think seriously is that how can I replace manpower with technology? Worldwide they're saying that 70% of the jobs are going to be lost due to technology. But in accounting field, I have not seen that kind of a thing. But it's possible. It is just possible. Can't just imagine, just visualize thinking is that if a bill is scanned and put across, just put across, there should be something which scans the whole thing and passes a tally entry. How good it would be, no? The client will scan his voucher and put it in your website, and something there in your website which would have passed a tally entry and will give you the balance sheet profit and loss account to your client without you being involved. How good it would be? Won't it be nice? How many people do I require the technology? Can we think about that? Yes, possible. I don't have answers today, but I think we need to start working in that direction. Is there. Once profit and loss balance sheet is done, can tax computation automatically happen? Without anybody's help, can it happen? And then the tax return is filed, then uploaded. Automatic. What is required is, then you require some trained resources just to see whether the system is working fine, quality checks are happening. That is what we need to be worried about. But we have to create, that is the technology that we need to create about. And I have taken up a challenge to myself that in the next few years, I want to work on some technology like that. Creating accounting should become seamless, wherever people are there with little time being spent, put the systems in place and then do that. It's possible. I think it's possible. And how is it possible? It should be systems and process driven. It should not, don't talk about human resources, I'm saying that the human resources should be used for 30% of the job, 70% should be used by systems and process. Any job which has to be systemized and process driven to the extent of 70%. 30% should be human intervention. Possible, very much possible. Today we have in our office the entire audit. If you have to do a check audit of a company, then around 150 or 200 steps are there in our program. It is there, it is written down step by step, what has to be done in what line. I'll just show you some of the screenshots that are there. It is there. A junior has to go and then start following that and does that. His manager would come and then review online whatever work he has done and approve it and do messaging to that. It's possible. It's possible. Let us not be person driven. Especially I feel like chartered accountancy where you get a lot of articles. They're there 1 year, 2 years, or a BCom guy will come and work with you for 1 or 2 years and he leaves. Again you have to keep on retraining. We become a training institute. We don't mind training, but that's not our only job, right? It's not our only training. We want our articles to grow well, but at the end of it, we want our work to be done well also. So the training itself should be a system-driven process. It's just somebody joins, a video should be shown that he gets trained. Entirely. That happens today in a Big Four. If you go there, they will go the first week. They will go and see some videos and then take tests, post those videos and answer that. If they can do it, why can't we do it? Okay, one of you, single person cannot do it. But 20 of you jointly can you create that kind of a content? Each one of you is expert in something. One of them taxation, one of them something else. Just 20 of you create the videos, no? And share the 20 videos to all of you. Give it to others also. Let it be a revenue model for you. You create the content, give it to all the chartered accountants. So Anil, if they create a content, give it to you, won't you pay for it? For 10 your articles? Anil is long, so you will pay for it. So I would pay definitely. If some content is given to me, I would for my training materials, I will do that. That becomes a system-driven process. Everything should be system-driven process. Today videos are there. It can all be videos can be seen on the phone itself. Not even, well, apps can be there, we can just see that. That's how it has to be. And let me tell you, our mind should not be used for useless things. Thinking about 7th is due date for TDS, 15th advanced tax has to be done. That should not all get into the mind. That should be calendar driven. Everything should be there. In fact, even drinking water, if a person has been told, okay, you have to drink water 7 times a day, why keep that in the mind? Go put an alarm for 7 times in a day, your phone should remind you of having water and have water. That's as simple as that. So the whole thing can be systemized and do that. There are applications, things to do lists are there. There's something called the Google Keep where you can pin down everything, whatever you want, you can just write down there, share it with others. Everything just write it down. If not an app, write it down, scratch it off. Otherwise, phone, everybody is using a phone, put it there. Google Keep is one app which I strongly recommend we all use it. Quite a lot of things can be put in there, reminders are coming, and everything is there in that. So you use that checklist and reminders, that's what we need to work upon, think about it. And let us think about giving value. While after the mundane task is done, then something is given to us, the balance sheet is really given to us, let us look into it. If this balance sheet, whether this ratio works out fine, why is this data increasing much more than the sales that is happening? Is there something wrong in it? The payables are increasing more, the funding is required, the cash flow is not sufficient. Focus on that and then you can give value to the client. Instead of that, what we do is, we prepare, most of the time we prepare a trial balance, completing the trial balance, passing depreciation entries, then prepare the audit report. Those are things that we are doing, actually not audits. Right? In the tax competition, we are preparing the tax competition, not thinking about what else value we can give. So most of those checklist driven should be taken care of it. And there are this workflow management, I will just show you, we use something called Pepilio, which is a great workflow management. This has been developed by a company wherein we took the help of chartered accountants and did that. Of course, there must be various other stuff like that is there, must be there, and there. For every issue that is there, use a issue ticket system, like a tracker. So a client calls you up and says, sir, my refund hasn't come. What do you do? Just put a ticket. This refund has to be followed up. It will be there till the time it gets closed. Somebody wants a copy of something, you put an issue tracker, keep it there, assign it to somebody, which keeps on flashing. If it becomes more delayed, it keeps on dropping at the top. Let me just show you some of the, a few screenshots of what software we use. This is just short of, when I enter, it just gives me what are the due dates that I have for today. That's as simple as that. If I have more due dates, it will be there. For this month, it will be there. This also shows which are the services that I am associated with. If there are clients, multiple clients, what is the service, and the start date and the due date, it will be put there, so that I need to just follow that. I know that what are the work that I am assigned for. Otherwise, how do I know that? Multiple clients, right? So how do I know about it? That is there. Then this is what I told you, I've got around 150 steps in an audit. This is a sample what is there. Each step it says that audit plan and program, there are 10 line items. And each line item has been assigned to somebody. After they assign, they tick on it, that has been done. And then they put the document relating to that into this. If there's initial procedure, say letter of acceptance, consent letter, that has been uploaded here. Tomorrow I don't have to go search anywhere. It is there. And it's available on the web. From anywhere, whenever I want, I can just pull this out and give it to them. Any of my peer review that is being done, I just tell him, boss, go through this. Everything is there. It's done. I don't have to spend time again on preparing for peer review. So these things are possible. There are dashboards that comes, I get what is the created work and completed work, so I know how much work is being created but not completed. And this gives me a time log. I can go and log in time against each work that shows, which shows that how much work, both chargeable and non-chargeable. Because a lot of time at my level as a partner, I spend maybe around 15% of my time is chargeable. The rest is non-chargeable time I do. So even I need to keep track of what all work I have done. Can be done. It can be looked at it from a employee-wise, partner-wise. These details can be done. You just put in a time log and get that. So quite a lot. The technology is there. It's done for that. Only we have to use it, and the cost is quite low. So use the technology, use those workflow engines, and then your office can work great. And important is delegate. You should delegate. Don't keep everything for yourself that you are there. I used to have that whole thing about that. I had great pride that, not a great expert on taxation or anything, but I had done quite well in taxation and had quite a lot of good knowledge in taxation. So every time any tax work comes to my office, I want to be involved. I wanted to involve and then have the pride about giving a solution to this one. Then I said, but with that being done, I'm limiting myself to limited number of clients. If I have to grow, I have to give away that. Then the model which says that is that even if somebody can do at 70% of my efficiency, I should give it away. It's okay, they can make mistakes, but at least 70% of efficiency, just give it away. Not make them good enough to make 70% of that. Create those people, give away that work. Let them do that. Delegate to them. And once you delegate, what's also important is also ensure that you do a review system should be there. Don't tell them that, okay, you need to work upon this client, you delegated that work, ensure the client return is filed by 20th June, you delegate, that's not the end of it. Don't sit back. Because on 31st July is the tax return due date. 10,000 kind of dollar is my returns done, and you will say, no, I delegated. You will ask that fellow what happened. He will say, no sir, I forgot. Then it's waste. So you should delegate and also get review. You should have a system of getting feedback. You should, in your mind, you should have in that scheduling, in your Outlook or somewhere calendar, you say that remind, check whether this has happened or no, every 10 days once. It repeat, auto snooze type. Just put that and then check him what is happening. First time when you ask him, he will say, no sir, I forgot. Okay, I want it to be done by tomorrow, start off. Then again put a reminder, tomorrow what's happened. 2 times you ask, the 3rd time the fellow will start working. And then by the time it will be done. So you should have a feedback. You should ask him any issues that are there. People will not come and keep on telling you. I always feel that people should come and tell me if there is an issue. They will not tell. We should do that review and then get that feedback and keep on rectifying it. That's what it is. And I'm telling you that you have to buy your own time. Having people are nothing but buying your own time. Your time is more precious, so buy time. Very important. See, as simple as this. Either I use my driver or I use an Uber to commute. Why do I require it? Do I don't like driving? No, I like driving. But that time of commuting, say from there to here when I came, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I could have just gone through my notes and get ready for this. So why should I spend time in driving? My time is precious, I need to use it somewhere. On the way to the tax department, get ready for the tax hearing that you are working on. On the way to audit, think about that. If not anything, at least sleep in the car. You want to go from here to Whitefield 2 hours, why do you want to drive? Sleep. Because we all have lack of sleep, we don't have energy, at least go fresh to the client. So that's important. So we need to buy time. For that we need to have drivers, we need to have office boy, we need to have. So I'm talking about as simple things as that. So you need to have your create your 2nd line, 3rd line, juniors, everything needs to be done. And you pay for it because you're going to have more time, and with that time you can focus on your practice development and where you can really think about it. And one important thing when you have a team, it's not that only you know about how to service the customer. You, as every organization, has its own cultures and values. We go and brag about it to our clients. I won't tell my client that we give out-of-box solutions. We do the best of the service. The way we take care of your tax returns, nobody takes care of it. We get into the minute details and look at it. We do a timely delivery. Our quality is great. Everything we tell that. Then after I do that as a selling talk. He will give me the work. Once he gives the work, I give it to my junior. That fellow will mistakes in spelling, mistakes in numbers, huge number of mistakes should have done, goes to the client, and the client will look at it. He will just remind himself in this IQ. He will see what all Vivek told, quality. Here quality? No. Timely delivery. 15 days, what has happened? 3 months still not over. There's no matching happening. I would have sold something, and what is not happening? The reason why, that I talked about the values to myself, but I have not inculcated those values in my team. So spend time on making your team realize what are the values, what are your culture that is there. My culture is that even if you get 100 rupees, my client should get a value of 1000 rupees. Have I told that to my people? They should know about it, only they can deliver it, right? So keep on talking, make your vision, your culture, the way you want it, that everything what you know, it should go to the team. As simple as you should go to the last person like the office boy, receptionist. See, receptionist is the one who's going to, the face of the office, it's not me, I'm going to sit in some chamber in my office. But it's the receptionist who's standing right at the entrance. If she doesn't smile, if she has got a grumpy face, who wants to come into my office? She doesn't wishes people, when she picks up the phone, she doesn't say happy morning, happy afternoon. What is the fun in it? I may talk about happy morning, happy afternoon. If she doesn't do it, what is it? So we need to inculcate all this across everybody. Only then, as an organization, we can grow. And one important thing which I learned is that every person should feel that he is working for the organization, not for the person, but he should feel for the organization. Feeling is a factor, you know. I feel for my family, I feel for my parents, I feel for my God. So that feeling should come. And how do I get that feeling? make that person start serving it. Apart from the work that he is doing, give him something or the other. You tell him, boss, you are great. Every day you have to write. The thought for the day is what your responsibility is to tell him. He starts doing that for the organization. He inculcates a connect with the organization. You tell one person there are plants, every day you have to take care of the plants. It may be a manager, it may not be an office boy. Tell him, boss, seeing that greenery around the office is your responsibility. Once he starts taking care of that, he starts getting connect with your office. Make your office like a person. Your organization should be felt like a person by your team members. Once you start feeling, once you start serving somebody, you get that feeling. So make them do work other than the regular office work for which they have hired for it. Then do something called the secondary responsibilities you give them. And once they start doing the secondary responsibility, they start feeling towards the organization. That will help the bonding with the organization, and there's a long way that we can go for it. Divya, how much more time I have? 5 minutes. Okay. I have just gone through 25% of the presentation. Okay. So I will just what I have to do. One is finance management. I think we all know finance. That's right. But only thing I'm going to tell you is that whatever size you are, have a budget for everything. Do not say that I do not have budget for team outings. Do not say I do not have budget this year. I just started out. I cannot attend an international conference. I don't have the money for it. No. Please have a budget for everything. And whatever budget you keep, within that budget, see that first you keep the budget. And see that you don't overshoot the budget. Whatever funds you have allocated for it, do that. If you don't have your own funds, no problem, you can borrow. A lot of young chartered accountants, I talk to them, they say, no sir, I don't have much, my practice is not great, so I don't have much funds. No, what is your background? What about your father, mother? Oh, they are doing well. I tell them, why don't you ask them? I said, no, I am now 22 years. How can I go and ask I have got my own practice. How can I go and ask my dad for money? I said, nothing wrong. Your dad has taken care of you for 22 years. Let him take care of you for another 3 years. Nothing wrong in it. But do take, if the family is able to give you those funds, take those funds. If not family, borrow that money. Invest on your profession. Invest on it. Because it's going to get returned. You're not taking it and not giving it back. You can give it back to them. You have time, enough time. All of us, I can't live up to around 100 plus something like that. Right? So I don't know how much, what you have doing, but with this lot of time, I've just done only 50% of my life now. I've got much more life to go. And there we can repay back to the society, repay back to my parents, repay back to my friends, to the banks, everything we can do that. But today we need funds for everything, we need funds. Let us spend money on that. When you're talking about client payments, don't wait for the client payment to complete after the completion of the work only. Do interim payments. Tax returns take some time because of their mistakes. Why should you wait for they don't give data, you have to wait for the tax returns to be filed and everything. Interim payments we can do. Receivables management, keep on calling up client and asking for money. Nothing wrong in asking for money. You have done the work. Why should you be afraid about asking for money? We have got strange things. When I call up for money, they will say, why are you asking money so fast? I said, well, I have done my work, you pay me for it. That's it. Don't feel bad about asking for money. It's, I don't know, it's a very wrong word. It is like, if you are not, that money is due to you, but if you are not following up like that, it is like leaving your person, if you have a wife or somebody, giving to somebody else to enjoy that. That's what, I don't want to talk about those words, but that is what it is. Your money is rightly due to you. Follow up, get that money. Money in your bank account is much more important than with them. Most of chartered accountants are very bad at this. That's why I'm telling that we need to work on receivables management. And important is work on value-based billing, not just on time-based billing. How much time? You spend 5 hours, and then even if you charge 5,000 rupees, you're going to get 25,000 rupees. But in that 5 hours, if you're given him an idea about saving 10 crores, why should you get 25,000 rupees? As Madhukar sir was saying that it is possible today, I didn't know about it, it's possible today in those type of cases where you save the taxes, you do put that. Of course we do tell them orally, we say that 5,000 tax savings you need to give us. But unfortunately we are not able to put it in writing. Now since he has told it, I can be able to put that in writing. Go for value-based billing rather than time-based billing. He comes to your office, half an hour you talk, he gets a great idea, charge him for that. He will tell you, sir, what sir, half an hour? He said, yes boss, half an hour for me, but it took me 15 years to come to this stage. This half an hour knowledge has come to me for 15 years, who has paid me for that? And you got a benefit. Tell him that. I was talking one of them saying that, see, a lot of people come to you for company incorporation, right? So what type of billing do you do? You bill them for company incorporation, PAN, TAN, VAT registrations, that's what you bill. But you know, when the first, just remember what he came when he sat down to your, he came to your office and said, I want to start a business. From there he started. And then you told him, okay, you can start a business with proprietary concern, LLP, company. You gave him all those ideas about which is the right organization. Then he decided to go for a company or an LLC event. Then you started that. Now what you are charging is only for the execution part of it. The most important thing for him is the decision. You helped him taking a decision of taking the right company, which you are not even charged about it. For you, it is simple, you know about it, which you talk, every day you talk about it. For him, that was a great value. So I tell him, first for this, before he goes out, he says, see, I told you all this method that is possible. For this meeting, you pay me 10,000, 20,000 rupees. You say, sir, I just came to find out whether you incorporate company. I said, but I gave you so much, right? Pay me 10,000, 20,000 rupees. Tell him when I incorporate the company for you, there would be advisory services plus this. That time I can give you an offset on that. But collect for that. In fact, I was telling, I'm thinking about it when a new client comes in, I should tell him, first 15 minutes, 30 minutes is my sales talk. In that you decide whether I'm worth it or no. If not, you leave. After 30 minutes if you want to continue, you're going to pay me for it. Right? How much more time you want? More than 30 minutes to check whether I can do my work or no, to give him solution. So that's what we should get into that. We're very bad when it comes to billing. As so, office management billing is very important, we need to do that. Time management, there's a session for time management which is there, but I'm not going to talk much about it. But let me tell you that you are the most expensive time that's available. Make use of your time for the right thing. You as the promoter or the partner or the principal of your office, you should do thinking job rather than doing job. Let doing be done by somebody, you work on thinking, do that. And multitasking is something which we all say that we need to be doing multitasking. Multitasking is not when I'm attending a client meeting, I attend to a WhatsApp call, or I send an email, and at the same time I sign some checks and some junior comes, I do that. Well, that is not multitasking. Multitasking is basically in a day, how can I shift from one scenario to other scenario? I may be shouting at my junior for not doing the work right, so 15 minutes. Next 15 minutes, I can talk very sweetly with my wife who has called up to find out about me. And the next half an hour, I can move into my intelligent level and then advise a client on how to save 10 crore of rupees. That is called multitasking. You should be able to shift your mind from one scenario to other scenario to other scenario without anything about that thing hanging over to you. One client has shouted at you, for the next meeting you can't go with that hangover, you cannot go into that. You will be spoiling the advice you work what you give to the next client. So you should just be able to switch off compartment, move to the next one. That is called multitasking that we need to do it. That's what is in time management. And also talk about, we all learned about PERT and CPM in CA, right? Why didn't you use that for doing the work? Plan everything on this PERT and CPM technologies and then see which is the critical path, plan according to that and then work upon it. Okay. The mantra for me which I've written for this year is, let's do it a better way. For everything what we're doing, I know that we can do something in a better way. If we can do everything in a better way, the presentation what I'm giving here, next time I should be able to do in a better way. The way I dressed up, I should be able to dress up in a better way. The way I file my tax return, I should be able to do it in a better way. My audit should be in a better way. The way I brush my teeth every day should be better every day. The way I take bath should be better every day. If this goes in, no, nothing can stop you from doing. Let's do it a better way. That's the whole thing that is there. And what it is, act on your dreams. Just don't think about it, I will do this, I will do that and all that. Start working on it. If you are inspired by the session and then whatever Madhukar sir has told you, you have to do this, there is so much opportunity, everything is there. Right now, go. Appoint 2 people for service tax refunds. You don't lose anything, act upon it. Don't just think, oh, it's great, no? Service tax refund, you can make money. Send a message. Look out for somebody. Act upon it. That is what it is. Because if you don't act, if you don't even begin, how can you win? That is what Abhin Sharma talks about. And then let me now, can I have 5 more minutes? Okay, that's on office management. Now come to, that will take care of how you manage your office. Next is practice development. That is, what is practice development? Is enhancing your practice from where you are to an upper scale. So before getting into practice development, you need to decide what area of practice you want to be. So many things. You can either be a generalist or a specialist. You can have a firm doing audit, taxation, indirect tax, FEMA, company law, everything you can do. Nothing wrong in it. Or you can be specialist. I said, no, I will do not only taxation. In taxation, I will do only house property. In house property, I will do only this commercial house property. To that extent, specialization can happen. 13 doctors, no? There's a specialist, one for the right eye, one for the left eye. So that kind of specializations are there in doctors. So we can also get into those kind of specializations. You want to be an advisory or a full service firm, or you can just tell them, give them yarn, boss, you can do this. When it comes there, can you incorporate a company? No, I don't know how to incorporate a company. I can tell you how you incorporate a company. I'll tell you. That's my friend who will incorporate the company for you. I don't do the incorporation work. I can tell you on TDS. I can tell you. I do not do TDS returns. You can talk on GST, but no GST compliance. That's the type that you can decide to be. Can be a boutique or a general. Boutique is what? I handle only cases above of clients who are having income above 1 crore. Others I don't do it. Boutique. It's a style, UBCT office. The client is picked up in a car and brought to office and then goes there. Home delivery of every service. His returns are done in such a leather folder and sent to him for signature. Do the people like it? The work what I do is still tax returns only. But this is the way I can put it across to them. People do want it, right? Otherwise, why do people go for a Rolex watch, Cartier watch? Everything shows the right time, but they go for it. But they want it. So you can be a boutique firm or a general firm. So once you decide upon it, you decide what type of people you want. If you are a boutique firm, you want to be a boutique firm, you want to cater to people above 1 crore rupees, who are CEOs, CXOs, who have made crores of rupees. You cannot hire an office boy who doesn't know English. He has to be a graduate who knows good English, should be able to mobile savvy to go and even get a collect the paper from you. That's the type of thing. You need people with a very high skill set, the way they can talk, the way they're presenting, everything, their dress sense, everything should be high. So that's the type of team you need to have. If you're a full services company for compliance, you need lot of juniors, less number of seniors. If you're an advisory firm, you require lot of seniors and less juniors. So that matrix can decide upon what type of practice you want to decide. And once you decide upon it, go and tell the world that I am in this area. Don't tell them I'm a chartered accountant. Because if you go and just tell them I'm a chartered accountant, you go to somewhere and then they will tell you want to be only in the advisory service. The work that comes to you, because you have told your friend I'm a chartered accountant, you will say, somebody wants PAN, can you please help me how this guy is PAN? You don't want to do that, right? So you have to tell them out what it is. So in fact, the way you should practice something called elevator pitch. Even if you meet a person for 1 minute in an elevator when you walk from down, you should be able to exactly tell them in that 1 minute what you really want to do. Give them case studies and then tell them what you want to do. That's how you need to work upon your and tell people that is what you are into. Every time first you have to invest your time or money, everything. You invest on it, then the opportunities will come. Don't think that I will not get GST clients. Invest yourself money, getting trained in GST, everything. You will start looking at opportunities of GST will start coming to you. There's time when I just went out and then talked of something, invested my time on IFRS. The moment I invested time on IFRS, next week I saw a lot of opportunity of IFRS coming into me. Was it because I did IFRS with the opportunities came? No. I started seeing those opportunities because I learned about IFRS. It was not because I did IFRS. Earlier also that would have come, but I didn't even know that was an opportunity. So first you invest time and then do it. And then get client surveys and feedbacks, very important. Don't wait 6 months after that. As soon as the work is done, get a survey and feedback from him. So always, most of the time he says good. Only after seeing the bill he says that it was not good. So before you send the bill, you get a survey feedback, then you send him the bill. And this is one game I want each one of you to play. See, when I want to grow, if I want to think that you want to grow a 500 team office organization, you want to grow. Immediately what you say, how can I do 500? But if a client comes and tells you, I want to build a 500 organization. Then you will tell him, you do this, do that, do this. Then you will go to 500. So always play the game about thinking about somebody else and telling them how you have to grow that business. Because when it comes to me, I know my limitations. I know that I have only this much money, I have only this much energy, all the limitations I know. But for others, you don't know the limitations, you keep on telling them. So always what you want to do, don't think that you are there. Think about somebody else, as if you are sitting a client, make a client sit there, ask him that question. Then you keep advising him. When he is taking notes, you also secretly make notes of yourself on that, apply it for your own self and do that. So you play for others, then your mind is expanded and you can do well on that. You need to work on your brand. We have to blow our own trumpet. There's nothing like that. And each one of you sitting here has created value for your client. But we have not told the client that you are doing that. We have not told the outside world that you have done that. Blow your own trumpet, nothing wrong. Who else knows? How will other people know that you have saved 1 crore of taxes for your client? Or you have done an audit in such a way that all the frauds were identified by you? Oh, if you don't tell the outside world, who else will know? So blow your own trumpet. And then look at whether you want to create individual glory or organizational glory. I say that you should have individual heroes in your organization. Also the organization itself should have that brand, should be developed as there. Have visibility. It's very easy. You go as, come as speaker, everybody knows me now. So I don't go. I may not know this topic, but I will prepare for this topic and come. And create my brand visibility. Take up this engagement of, right from study circle, you take up the engagements at some other level. Take up, first do the training at your own office, move up, national seminar. Your visibility, create articles. Write articles. You can't come and talk at a dais, write articles. Publish it. Your name should be known to people. Be a panelist on various subject panels, things. Blogging. You blog, tweeting, websites. Make visibility, create visibility for yourself in the world outside. That's very important for branding. And what all great work that you have done, make note of it. Create case studies of that and then put it in your website or your newsletters, create that and send it across. You have to do your brand, and brand building doesn't mean advertising. You just need to have consistency in quality, you need to have that. There should be a human interface, don't let it be somewhere you can't talk about it. Come with an out-of-box solutions. Don't be restricted with compliance. Client comes, no, you can't do this. Yes, God doesn't allow you to do this. He's a businessman. How can you look around for that? For example, yesterday we were sitting with a landowner who was in joint development. The landowner did not want to. I told the landowner, see, you don't allow the developer to take your land as a mortgage, because if he takes that mortgage, he doesn't complete the property, your land is stuck. So I told him that's the first instance. But the developer said, without mortgage I cannot do. Now can I tell him, no, it's too risky, I can't do it. Next model what we came is, okay, let him take the money, let him put it into escrow. And I told him, I will manage that escrow. I will see that the payment goes to the project. Now I gave him a solution, not only to him, but I also got a long-term project. The building is going to cost around 150 crores. And just imagine, 150 crores I'm going to manage over the next 4 years, how much money I would also make. So there is both, I protect the client, also got a business opportunity for myself. So that is how you need to look for it. Just don't look at compliance. Look at strategies that can come and work for that. Invest in brand building. You can have your newsletters. Digital newsletters today, it doesn't cost you anything. Create your own newsletters. Train your team quite well in all subjects. You have to do that. Display your name and on a proper stationery. Have a good stationery. Let your name be visible. Within the guidelines, all this is possible. The feel of service. Any person talking to your phone, the same type of service you should be getting for it. And in fact, you can also have your phone jingle call it will buy. You want to put some movie song as that. And you have your own anthem or a jingle of your own office which talks about what you do or the value of that as a song, and put it as on your phone. Whenever somebody reads it, talks about your phone, right? So can you do that? That has a lot of brand development things can happen. Train the market to value your service. That's very important. People behave the way you train them. You're a startup, you just tell them for a tax return, I want to start 1,500 rupees. Next 20 years also you will come and you will be paying you only 5,000 rupees for the tax returns. Today we are told people that any individual who comes in, our tax return filing rates are 40,000 rupees minimum. Just 2 years back we had made it at 50, now we have said 40,000 rupees. After we did it at 40,000 rupees, all the work that we did is only about 40,000 rupees. My client When the referee, they tell him, boss, I will give you a good CA, but he's expensive. He charges over 40,000. So in his mind already that 40,000 is there. When he comes, when I tell him 50, he said okay. So that is how we have to do that and create wow moment for your client. Let it not just be a tax return filing anything. Every interaction with you should give him a wow. Oh, I've dealt with this particular person. The feeling was great. I had a great service from him, and he should cherish that memory of that. Because people, feelings and humor, this one, no, that stays much longer to them than whatever value. Even if you're given a 10 crore value of tax benefit, that stays only for a year or for a small time. But if he comes here, you give him a good coffee or a good milkshake for him which he likes, or you pick him up from this house and then bring him there and then drop him back. It's possible. Practo, it seems, is doing a Uber service. You can book on for a doctor and the Uber will pick you up and then drop you there and the doctor will pick you up. So I've told in my office, why don't we think about it? Any client appointment is there, ask the client, sir, do you want us to pick you up? I don't have to send my vehicle for a car. I can just book a Uber, they will pick them up and do, and I have to pay only 300 rupees for him to come and go. But the great value what I give is something great. Think about it. Think about giving great services to your clients. Do that. What it is. Networking is important. Gone are the time of hard work, smart work. You have to network today. If you are network, then it is. Work has become secondary. It's your network that is what is important. Yes, once the work comes, you need to deliver. But your network is so crucial. Network everywhere possible, and then the business journal will say that. Choose your clients. Don't say yes to every client who walks in. Don't say. Think about what the prospect you want to get, what it is, where it is. So, this is what I want to say that. So, wishing you all a great practice development, a happy way to work. Let us work happily in our organizations. Make other people happy and let us also be happy. Let our family be happy. With that, I think it's there. Money is only a byproduct. Keep giving. He will take care of what you have to get. He knows that account is there. You have to keep giving. Don't look at what I'll get. No. Give. There's somebody who is there who's going to keep giving you. That's what I would like to take. Thanks for
couple of announcements, ladies and gentlemen. I request CA Ramveera KCA President to kindly address all of this.
Good afternoon. I know you people are hungry, so just two announcements. One is I am KSA President, Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association. It's a very old organization, one of the second oldest organization in India. So I would like you to be part of a KSCA. You become a valued member. It's a nominal fees there, and we have a counter down below, and you can register yourself because you people are new members and may not be having a membership of the KSCA. So I would request you people register for KSCA membership. And one more thing is KSCA is conducting its annual conference, 29th annual conference on the 3rd and 4th of March. It's in the Dhanajati Auditorium. So I would like you to be participate in the conference, and your favorite speakers like Pattabiram and S. Gurumurthy, P.R. Ramesh from Hyderabad, Uday Vada, senior advocate, and K.P. Kumar, senior advocate from King and Factory, Guraj Acharya are participating, and there is a media panel discussions also. The topics starts from Big Bang economic theories, which redefining the roles of CA, and valuation aspect, management lesson from unusual example, which will be taught by Pattabiram. And there is a choosing the right entity for the employees and employees. There are so many various topics. I think you would enjoy the topics. So I request you people to register for the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Bangalore branch, I express my deep sense of appreciation to CA D S Vivek for giving an excellent presentation. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I request CA Pampana, Bangalore Branch Chairman, to kindly come forward and present a memento as a token of appreciation. Round of applause. Thank you, sir. Let's have lunch break and assemble back in next 40 minutes.